Welcome to the Banff World Media Festival. Your session is about to begin.
Welcome to the Banff International Advertising Agency Case Study Video Festival. I'm your next contestant. Just real quick background, my name is Mike Macy. I'm the Director of Branded Entertainment for JWT, also known as J. Walter Thompson. We are a global advertising agency. We're in the same family as Paul. We're part of WPP. We have many global brands who are coming to us as well for storytelling and original content and programming and so forth. So that's my role. I work in New York. I work across North America and some of our offices around the world to help them develop ideas into formats, programs, platforms, anything that will help deliver on a client solution. And you know, it can be anything these days. It can be, often it will be film and video, and definitely digital and social, but it's also music, it's live events, it's licensing, it's celebrity relationships, it's everything that I think probably on Madison Avenue we equate as Hollywood, but consumers probably just look at it as popular culture. So our role as storytellers and as advertisers is to get our brands engaged in popular culture, create content and program that people want to spend time with. And the principles are no different than what Disney or Paramount or MTV work from, which is just to create entertainment brands, create franchises, create things that will resonate and have long-term value. And granted, things will change, campaigns will change, but ultimately there's always going to be that brand story that remains and is continued to be built upon. We're going to talk today about Macy's, the biggest department store in the United States. They've been around for 150 years. Probably know them for the Thanksgiving Day Parade. They also have a great fireworks show, and they have 800 stores around the country. But we won the business in, I think it was 2006. And before then, you know, in 2003 actually, up until 2003, they were just a network of chains of different department stores. They had the Bon Marché in the Pacific Northwest, and they had, I think, Dillard's and Marshall Field's in the Midwest and so forth. So they basically acquired and aggregated and kind of rebranded this network of stores as Macy's for the first time. And our job was to help them go to market with this and help build a brand off of this. And you know, they were known for, you know, and most retailers are known, they're known for coupons and promotions and sales, and that's just a lot of clutter, and that doesn't really distinguish them from the competitors. And it's one of those, and they're one of those brands that has so much to offer and so much history and heritage that it was a great task to sort of reinvent them. So our first sort of assignment out of this, and if you ever want to get a creative agency very excited, is to challenge them with a manifesto or an anthemic type spot. If you ever go to a creative director and say, I want to make a 60 or 90-second spot, they go nuts. That's what Macy's did for us. They gave us the chance to do something that would just help launch this story. So I'm going to set the story with this.
This is Macy.
Everything's better at Macy's. We're known as the comedy store.
Hey!
Macy's in New York City, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Where did you get such a lovely outfit?
Here at Macy's.
Yes, I found a lot of cute things at Macy's.
Good.
I saw her in Macy's, and she told me that she'd love to do it.
The nation's biggest department store, Macy's.
Oh, you can find me any day at Macy's.
What is Macy's?
When Grandpa McMahon used to take Little Eddie from Macy's, and Little Eddie jumped up on Santa's lap.
We're standing in Macy's, the largest department store in the world.
Max, I want you to go to Macy's and get a chair.
All those huge balloons for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
Going off to Macy's.
Macy's.
Only one store has been a part of your life for 150 years. That's the magic of Macy's.
So that was how we went to market with Macy's, to sort of reestablish them as what we believe they are, an entertainment brand. They are a brand that has, like any studio, they have production capacity, they have distribution, they have celebrity talent. They work with everyone from Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift to Martha Stewart and Tommy Hilfiger and Ralph Lauren. They have these icons and personalities that are part of the brand, and so they have embraced that, and they really think like a studio would think. And part of that, as being an entertainment brand, is that you have to make entertainment. And not just content, because I think there's a lot of brands that speak about content. Content can be anything from a blog post to the repurposing of user-generated video. And we, as much as that's needed and necessary for many brand strategies, for Macy's, we just got to think bigger and better. And so it really had to be crafted from the same, again, so from the same set of principles as if they were a CBS or an NBC. And CBS is who this next project we partnered with and developed this with. And I'm going to run this. This is a program we produced called Yes, Virginia. It's now going to its, I believe its 4th year. And it's what I would definitely consider an entertainment franchise.
In 1897, a little girl named Virginia O'Hanlon wrote a letter to the New York Sun newspaper. She asked if Santa Claus was real. The newspaper's response remains the most famous editorial in history. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. Fast forward to 2008. The Yes, Virginia editorial inspires Believe, a holiday campaign from Macy's. Quoting those famous words, we asked Americans to prove they believed by writing their own letter to Santa Claus and mailing it at any Macy's nationwide. Believe meters across the country tracked our progress, and by Christmas, we had collected over 1.1 million letters. Our challenge for 2009 was to build on that success. We knew we could inspire more people to believe if we told Virginia's story beyond the confines of traditional advertising. So we went to CBS, America's #1 network, with a pitch. A primetime 30-minute animated Christmas special based on the true story of Virginia O'Hanlon. A show to become a perennial holiday event like Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and Miracle on 34th Street. A special crafted in the spirit of the old holiday classics and centered on our campaign idea, Believe. On December 11th, 2009, that pitch became reality. In just 37 weeks, half the production schedule of a typical animated show, we created a living, breathing New York circa 1897. We invented a motley cast of characters to help Virginia on her quest.
Ho, ho, ho!
And hired some famous voices to bring them to life.
Santa, hey?
Yes, Virginia incorporated elements of the Believe campaign, like the Believe meter and the red letterbox.
Wow!
But more importantly, we crafted the story entirely around our campaign's message.
Believing in Santa isn't something you prove. It's something you do.
We didn't just make the show, we had to promote it as well. Our PR outreach generated over 1.8 billion media impressions. Macy's declared December 11th National Believe Day. Everything built to the night of the premiere. So, did anyone tune in? The show drew over 3.7 million viewers, beating every other network but one. And the reviews were among the best of any new animated special in years. As an entertainment property, Virginia is just getting started. This year we'll see a children's book, a DVD release, even a parade balloon. That's why we set out to make a Christmas classic instead of another ad. In 1897, Virginia O'Hanlon showed the world what it means to believe.
Merry Christmas!
Our hope is that her story will continue to inspire long into the future.
So I love how we lost to Law & Order in year 1, but year two we won our time slot. Again, CBS. And I think one thing to note about this project was it's not a media buy, it's not a time buy, it's not driven by ad sales, it's driven by programming. So at CBS, at JWT, and all the, obviously Martine Reardon at Macy's, everyone came together, and Peter Tortorisi at Group M Entertainment came together to help power this deal. So it was developed, produced, and distributed, no different than any other programming that CBS would do. It's now it'll be a perennial program for CBS, much like Frosty or Rudolph. 20 years from now, I will be amazed if it's not playing on CBS again, just the way, again, how Frosty continues to play forever. So that's one of the things, that's one of the values of creating great entertainment for a client, is it's just going to live. It's just going to get out in the open, and they will have that ongoing property as long as they want to have that. And so out of this, as the video alluded to, we treated this like a franchise. So we have these extensions. So in year 2, and I have another video, but I'll just do the slides, because I'm sure you've seen enough of these videos. But I'll just run through the slides. So we launched a DVD, sold out. We launched a book, sold out. The ornaments that Macy's carries. And obviously there's an advantage having an entertainment property for a client, a brand who also has 800 stores throughout the country. So they are able to propel this through their store just like any other merchandise. We had the installations with Make-A-Wish Foundation, so this was definitely tied back to a cause. For every letter that Macy's received, there was a donation made to Make-A-Wish. So I think and I can't emphasize enough how I think brands need to have more cause-related and social action around their message. The window displays during the holiday season, we all know the stores are become their own media attractions, so we took those over. And then as the video alluded to, we have the Thanksgiving Day Parade now. Again, a little bit of, where we have connections, but that balloon was able to get out there, and it continues to be a staple of the parade. And then lastly, this was exciting. We had a virtual Virginia get interviewed by Harry Smith on CBS. So this was, the video, again, I could probably show you how it took place, but it was a fun, exciting thing. And if you think this is complicated, getting video to play before you, going live on CBS with a virtual Virginia was a little terrifying for some people. So we've talked about, to where we are now. So Macy's, an entertainment brand based on their heritage and obviously working from who their brand story is, what their campaigns are. The next project I'll show you is something we just launched, played again on TLC in the US in April. And it's a program called Million Dollar Makeover. And this program came out of the fact that Macy's during the recessionary times we've had, there have been obviously they want to give back. They want to do something for people that are deserving and are trying to do their best. They're also a brand when the makeover format is obviously very prevalent. It's everywhere. They are a brand that essentially powers makeovers. In fact, they have Clinton Kelly as one of their personalities or one of their partners, who obviously is the host of What Not to Wear. So Clinton and us and Macy's, we kind of came together, we kind of developed an idea that would play off of the season or the sentiment that was to give back and try to create some opportunity for some people, but at the same time create a program that was built on social, built on Facebook, built on YouTube, built on getting engagement through the store and getting people to submit and apply and really sort of participate. I think participation, as we look at all the buzzwords you'll hear throughout the next couple days, is so important for brands. That's what social is, just the ability to participate and have that dialogue and that conversation, as Paul was speaking to. But I think every program that gets built and presented has some level of participation with the consumer. Otherwise, it's just not going to have the same results, I believe. So this one, Million Dollar Makeover, has run for 2 years now.
If you've seen one makeover show, you've seen them all. People getting new clothes and hairstyles, hoping it will change their lives. At Macy's, America's biggest department store, many of our customers were telling us they needed more than just new wardrobes. With the economy still struggling, they needed their lives transformed.
During a home renovation, my husband lost his job.
My house went into foreclosure. Definitely can be a challenge to take care of our 5 kids and meet our needs.
So in 2011, we launched our own makeover show. One that would transform people's homes, careers, their entire lives. A show that would bring a bit of magic to the lives of people who needed it. We called it Macy's Million Dollar Makeover. We partnered with legendary reality producer Mark Burnett and his team, plus lifestyle expert Clinton Kelly of What Not to Wear and The Chew. Then we put out the call for people looking for a fresh start. Nearly 20,000 entries came pouring in. We gave them the confidence and the opportunity they needed to get their dreams back on track. Season 1 was the first ever competition reality show, broadcast entirely on Facebook. In each episode, contestants took the next step in changing their lives. Our fans voted online and had complete control over who moved on to the ultimate prize.
I guess it's time to answer that question.
Oh my God!
America has voted, and you're the winner of Macy's Million Dollar Makeover.
Are you serious?
I am 100% serious.
I am so pleased to present you with this check for $1 million.
During the show's first season, over 1 million people followed the story, including television executives from TLC, who signed up to broadcast our second season in prime time. But most importantly, the show has transformed not only our contestants' lives, but their communities as well. Amy used her winnings to open a school for at-risk kids. Dylan's furniture business is giving a much-needed boost to the local economy. Even the people who didn't win have told us just how much the show has meant to them. It's proof that a makeover can be more than a makeover. It can be magic.
So the second year to the first, just as a caveat here, we altered the format a bit, because in year 2, we realized that we just needed to incorporate more of the brand's purpose, if you will, their connection to the consumer. So year 1, the competition was open to anything that the contestant felt was their dream that they wanted to make over, their life, their family, their home, their schools. Year 2, the parameters were food, fashion, and home, which are 3 pillars of Macy's. So we selected a winner in each of those categories, and then they competed at the end before the judges, which was Tommy Hilfiger, Martha Stewart, and Marcus Samuelson of Top Chef, and the furniture maker, representing the home category, won the competition. So this is, again, it's an example of programming that was developed, based on what the brand wanted to communicate, based on what the brand represented. Magic being obviously front and center to this, and it's the way they can transform. But we, again, approached it as if we were developing and making a TV show, which we had to do. TLC saw it that way, and now year 3, we're just getting into the development phase now on that. If anyone here wants to talk about that, I know the client would love to discuss it. So those are 3 examples. How much time do I have? The clock's not. We good? I'll play 2 more videos just to kind of round it out. And they're queued back there. One would be, it's about Macy's use of mobile technology and the fact that when you have 800 stores and you have this tremendous network at your hands, if you will, there's a great way to tell stories and communicate. So this is more utility content you're going to see, but this is an in-store network we developed through the mobile phone that they are continuing to evolve and build upon. And I think it's a good example of how technology is letting us tell more stories.
The world of fashion can be hard to navigate, especially if you're shopping at the world's largest department store. It would be great to get advice from famous designers, but they're in New York and Paris, and you're not. How do you bring these 2 worlds together? Enter Macy's Backstage Pass, a new mobile technology that is changing the way people are shopping at one of America's biggest retailers. Backstage Pass lets Macy's customers get exclusive advice from some of the biggest names in style, right as they shopped.
Kind of show a little bit of color, a little bit of pop, no limitations, and that's the inspiration for our collection.
It all worked through your mobile phone. Shoppers just scanned these stars that appeared in Macy's more than 800 stores nationwide. The star itself was based on Macy's iconic logo and showed up on racks of clothing, on in-store displays, even on our employees and in our ads. Behind the scenes, device detection delivered different content depending on your type of phone, from video to mobile web to SMS.
The cotton classic blazer comes in navy with a lot of trim.
The content was tied directly to the merchandise right in front of you. And you could even buy right there on your phone if you didn't feel like talking to a cashier. To teach everyone about this new shopping experience, we trained every one of Macy's more than 150,000 employees and ran instructional ads on national television. Macy's Backstage Pass is an entirely new way to experience the world's most iconic department store. We've only just launched, but in our first few weeks, shoppers have viewed over 45,000 videos.
You can mix and match to really fit your personality, and you can re-wear things in all different kinds of ways.
The program was hailed as breakthrough by the fashion and retail press, as well as the New York Times.
The must-have item for spring, the chambray shirt in a lightweight cotton Oxford with detail.
And Tommy Hilfiger's video may have been responsible for a major chambray shortage in large parts of the country.
So with that, there's a lot of debate on QR codes and how those are evolving. What's great about this for Macy's is they didn't care. They just wanted to do it. And I think that's one of the things where if you're dealing with clients, you just got to do something. You can't just sit and debate if it's the right technology and how do we do it and do we get an in-store video network and spend 3 years trying to install monitors? No. I think Macy's is a client. Why they're a great client is they again think like an entertainment brand. They take risks. They decide let's do it. If we couldn't guarantee them how many views they're going to get. And honestly, the views probably aren't that staggering. But they know they got to be beta testing and piloting and doing programs that let them figure out where consumers are and how they want to receive content and tell stories. And I think this is going to evolve. We're going to do more of this. And I think that will evolve from the utility content to content that will be much more narrative, much more transmedia, which is I don't know if I get a bingo card for that one yet, but that's you know, the transmedia word will be used on mobile as well. So I think to close, I mean, I'm out of time here, but I'm actually out of content, but you know, the importance of Macy's and the way they've relaunched themselves as a brand is, just to recap, they embrace technology, they embrace risk, they embrace entertainment value over brand message and over sort of the instinctive thing a product manager or a brand manager would want to do. They think about their consumers, what they want. And they also spend a lot of time, and they partner with people in the right way. So I'm going to play one more. The last video I'll close on. They have a lot of relationships with celebrities. And unlike, say, you know, a Pepsi, who will have a relationship with a Britney Spears or a Michael Jackson in the past, where that's clearly an endorsed relationship and there's, you know, an obligation for the celebrity to do things on behalf of the brand, Macy's has partnerships with these celebrities because there's a business relationship. They sell a product that celebrity is attached to. And that just gives a different type of commitment from both sides. So with that said, and we're in Canada, I figured I'd play something from Justin Bieber, who has his new fragrance, obviously just relaunched again. Anyway, we'll close on this.
Yo, I'm going to Macy's Black Friday sale. Yeah, I know, it's pretty cool. It starts at midnight. Is this the right way? I'll take that as a yes. Yes, you're excited too.
Get Justin Bieber's Sunday gift set and we'll donate $2 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, only at Macy's. The Black Friday sale starts at midnight.
Thank you. So that played we only bought time for one day of paid television placement for that, and the rest of it was all YouTube, all social, and so forth. And I don't have the numbers, but they did tremendously well. And that's our story for now. Thank you.
Thank you.